Misty. I'm a bit under the weather, so I didn't have a crazy intro for you today, but I love this card and I hope you do too, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye for now. Hi everyone, it's Misty from the Joyful Elf. Welcome to day 3 of my Christmas in July series. I can't believe we've already made it to Wednesday. It feels like this week has gone by so super fast. So today I have another sketch for you. If you missed Monday's video, I will try to link it in a card or down in the description box down below. Starting in July, but more so in August, I'm going to be posting 2 sketches a month and offering you a chance to link your cards up for a chance to win some blog candy. So this week I'm using sketch 2. I actually created all these sketches for my upline and her downline so we could all use them together. And it's just a blueprint. It just serves as a blueprint to give you some creative ideas, get you started. It's offered in both with measurements and without measurements. I prefer the with measurements because I hate finding a cute sketch that I like and then trying to take 2 hours to figure out what the measurements are. I'd rather them just be there available for me. So that's what I'm using today. Sketch number 2. So it is a portrait style card. So that means that it opens top to bottom. You could also do this as a regular card where it opens like this. It's completely up to you. Again, excuse me. This is just a guide. It's just a blueprint. So I'm using one of my favorite Christmas color combos. You had to know. You could not make it through this week without seeing this color combo. Pool Party and Real Wet. Real Red. Real Red is my favorite. Real Red. So, like I mentioned at the beginning, I am not using any Christmas paper. I'm only using either designer series paper or paper that I'm creating with stamps, etc. So I have a card base that measures 4 1/4 by 11. I scored it at 5 1/2. The piece of Whisper White that measures 4 by 5 1/2. No, 4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to adhere this to the inside with snail. That's not listed on the sketch, but and the sketch gives you some tips, like some further ideas of what you can use to create your card, but again, you don't have to follow them. Okay, otodote. So the next I have a piece of Real Red. This is the Backgrounds Designer Series paper stack. I have the stripe and I have the polka dot. This one measures 1 1/2 by 5 1/4. This one measures 2 1/2 by 5 1/4. I'm gonna start with this one. I'm going to turn this because it's supposed to have just a little bit of a border. Just like that. I love these polka dots and I am in love with this stripe. Seriously. Okay, so I'm going to turn this over and do the same thing. Same thing. You guys knew it was me, so you knew it had to be a little crooked. So let me scoot it over just a little bit. Okay, so the next piece I have is a piece of Pool Party that's cut at 3/8 inch. And I'm going to go ahead and adhere this and then trim off the excess. This is going to go on the sketch. It stops with the pattern paper. I'm going to have it go the entire length of the card so it really hides that seam. You know what I wish we had? I missed that Pool Party glitter ribbon. I think that would have been beautiful on this card. That's all right. I'll get over it. Okay, then I'm going to cut that. And I'm going to go ahead and put together my bow, but I'm not going to adhere it to my card. So let's bring in the rest of that piece of Pool Party. I have the Bowl Builder Punch. You've already seen me use this one time. This is honestly a cheap way to get around having to use ribbon. You don't have to buy up a bunch of ribbon. You can use pattern paper. You can use cardstock. And I think it's just as cute. So, okay, so you're going to want to have some glue dots. And then you're going to want your bone folder, and you're going to want to kind of start the process of curdling your cardstock. And we do this so it doesn't crack when we bend it. If you just bend it, it'll look like it'll crack and it'll look like it's just cracky. Oh my word, I'm so funny most days. Sorry guys, I think I have to, this is my third video in a row. I think it's time for a nap. It's time for a Saturday nap. Roxy woke us up early. Well, I woke up at 5:30 because I had to go to the restroom. And then Rob went ahead and got up. And I'm like, oh, it's Saturday, I'm not getting up this early. 30 minutes later, meow, meow. I was like, dang it. So, that's alright. I love her. I love her. I bought her 3 new toys. I'm so excited. They'll be here on Sunday. And I got her because she gained a little weight. I think I've already told this story. You're going to hear it again. So I bought some things that I think she will chase around the house. If I tie that red pom-pom ribbon from the last holiday catalog, I know for a fact she will chase it around the house. Because that's honestly her favorite toy. She's weird. But anyway, I bought her like this remote control mouse where you drive it and she can chase it. And then I got her a hamster in a ball, so it just rolls around everywhere. And then I got her one of those weasels. I was like, do you guys remember what that's called? You know, you go to a mall and there's a KB toy store and they always had those cages set up and they want you to think they have real live animals, but it's not. It's just a, I couldn't remember what it was called and I finally found it. And I was like, oh, a weasel. But if you don't know what they are, they kind of just, it's battery operated and it kind of goes around. So they'll be here tomorrow. I'll try to get some pictures of her. Of course, she'll probably be scared to death, but hopefully not. Hopefully she will like it. And if not, I'm only out $20. So sometimes it takes her a while to warm up to things like her bed. She didn't want on it the first 2 weeks we had it, and then she eventually warmed up to it. I'm gonna do a little different with this bow. I'm gonna point my tails down. So yeah, what else can I tell you about Holland Jack Kitty Cat? So she gained like 7/10 of a pound, which isn't a lot, I know in the grand scheme of things, but our doctor, her vet was like, no, she cannot, if you're gonna feed her dry food, she can't gain weight. So I told Rob, I was like, we've got to play with her more often. So last night she chased the bird for 45 minutes, 30 from me and 15 minutes from Rob. I was like, I can't do it anymore. My arm is killing me. Okay, anyway. So I used the layering oval framelits to cut out a piece of Real Red and cut out a piece of Whisper White. I have the 2 sitting images of Roxy, Pretty Kitty, and Bella. And what I've done is on Bella, I've cut closer, I trimmed the rubber closer so they could be a little closer together. Now I did leave a little space and I'll show you why in just a second. So I'm gonna use basic black archival ink. I wear like an old house dress when I craft now, so I can just wipe on myself. I don't have to worry about getting up and washing my hands or any of that crap. Go ahead and stamp this down. Okay, I'm gonna burp this like I showed you to do the other day, because I'm gonna go ahead and color Roxy with this black and do Bella with the gray. So I'm gonna start with the lighter color first. And I'm just gonna lightly color. I would almost like her to be white, but if I just left her white, she would look very flat. So. Okay, and I just added a little bit of shadow on the bottom, just because, so they won't look like they're floating around in space. And like I mentioned in the other videos, this paper is, even though I'm using the Thick Whisper White, is not it's not meant to watercolor on. So you have to be careful, because if you add too much water or blender solution from the blender plan, then you're going to have peeling. If you want to avoid that, I would suggest using watercolor paper. Stampin' Up! Sells little sheets of watercolor paper. You can also get like the Tim Holtz watercolor paper. You can go to your local craft store and get watercolor paper. It's pretty easily accessible these days. And to clean it, you just draw until it runs clear, just like that. And it makes the mat look bad, but hello, that's just the mat. Okay, I'm gonna use Blushing Bride for her ears and nose, and then I'm gonna use Pool Party for the collar. Well, she's not wearing a collar, she's wearing ribbon. Okay, so what I did was I used the candy cane from the Snow Place stamp set, and I used the frame to cut it out, and then I decided that I wanted to cut it out closer without the white border, so that's what I did. And I thought it would be cute to make it look like Bella is bringing Roxy a cute little candy cane. So I don't want it to go off. So I'm just going to snip it right here. And I'm probably going to need liquid glue, maybe not. And then I have this hat that I had cut out. Oh my word, that's so cute. Okay, let me color the heart blue, or Pool Party, I guess I should say. We know it's like a blue-green. So, and I wish I had either a white pom-pom or a white pom-pom, because I would totally put one on the Santa hat. Maybe I should pick some up this weekend. Look at that, it's so cute. I don't even think it needs a sentiment. Okay, you have to be careful when you color over something that you've inked. It may not be as bad once it's dry, but this Wink of Stella, oh, you can kind of see it here on this candy cane, will activate the ink because the ink is water-based and this is a liquid. So just know you may have some smearing or something unintentionally. Okay. Oh my word. How stinking cute. Okay, I'm gonna turn these in just a little bit. So they're still pointing down, but they're more at a side angle. Or it could go like this. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, I'm gonna take a couple more glue dots. Why do I keep putting them back? I'm using them almost on every card. Okay, I'm going to add dimensionals to the back of this cutie patootie. Like I mentioned in the other two videos, if you use the special Hostess code down below and make a purchase of $50 or more, you're gonna get, not only are you gonna get the supplies to make these cards, but you're also gonna get $5 for every $50 you spend. I completely just remember that. And then you'll be entered for a chance to win either the Bella and Friends or the Pretty Kitty stamp set. It'll be up to you. I probably say that different every video. There'll be a coordinating blog post with each videos that will tell you the truth. Oh my word. Oh my stinking word. Look at that. Oh my word. I'm so glad I decided to do this. At first I was like, can I really come up with 5 cards using a cat and a dog? Oh yeah. So Monday was a Bella card, Tuesday was a Roxy card, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday may be a card of both. Well, Wednesday is, of course, because you're watching it. So anyway, guys, you will find all the supplies listed in the description box down below. That's where you'll also find the link to the coordinating blog post, as well as to, and the Hostess code will be down there as well. So yeah, thanks so much for joining me, guys. Don't forget you can link up your cards on the blog for either sketch or both sketches by the 31st, and I will draw a winner to win some blog candy. So thanks so much for joining me, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.